What's up, guys? Welcome back to the show. Okay, first of all, did you guys hear that Taylor Swift might be in the Illuminati?
Yeah.
Did I hear? I thought that was just a fact that we
No,
knew.
I was just obsessing over it this morning. You guys saw me at my computer. I was watching video after video of all the evidence that is really piling up against Taylor Swift. And the Illuminati, by the way, I don't know if you guys know.
Yeah, what is it?
It is like this crazy underground society that was started back in like the 1700s, supposedly. And it's made up of 13 influential families.
That still exists today?
It still exists today. Apparently the Kennedys are also
Yeah.
involved in this 13 family bloodline that makes it the Illuminati. And they have power in politics. They have power in the financial institutions that are basically building all the financial empires in the world. And they have a big hand in the media and in Hollywood.
Now, it is
Essentially, they control the world.
But it is
Right,
a conspiracy.
exactly.
There's
No,
no.
it's not. No, I'm
It is a
journalist.
conspiracy,
It's real.
you guys.
Some doubt its existence.
No,
but there's too many facts.
What? I agree.
It's been okay. So it is a thing, regardless of whether it has the control it does, is what people doubt. But it is a secret society that has existed since the 1700s.
Wait, how do we know
Right.
it even still exists?
We don't.
Because Katy Perry has all of the signs in all of her music videos. Beyonce has not talked about it, but sort of talked about it. Nicki Minaj is in it. Kanye
Most
West
international
runs it.
celebrities,
be in it.
especially musicians, because they can put stuff in their lyrics too, and they have more control rather than
And-
actors who are.
Yeah, artists are also they tend to have the most star power.
It's basically like Tidal. Everybody who's in Tidal is also in the Illuminati.
Is the new name for the Illuminati.
Well, that'd be sad if the Illuminati created Tidal because it's not doing
not
as
doing
well
too
as they
well.
wanted
They're
it
not
to
that
do.
powerful.
So maybe the
No.
Illuminati doesn't have all the control
That's
in
true.
the world.
Well, tons of celebrities have supposedly given themselves over. It's basically satanic occult, the devil, the Illuminati. Of course, Beyonce's talked about Sasha Fierce taking over her body. There are all these, this is one of their big symbols that they do that people on stage will show to prove that they're in the society. Triangles, the all-seeing eye that's in pretty much
And
every
it's
Katy
basically
Perry
its
music
own
video.
religion, correct? They're anti-religious. and that's what they
Anti-religious, and they
believe in.
want like a new world order. And
So do I.
No.
Can you volunteer?
No.
You can't volunteer as tribute.
I want to know.
But there are different levels of people. Like there's Freemasons. There's different
So the
statures.
Freemasons are at the bottom, which
Yes.
do exist,
So you
by
can
the way.
start, but you have to be a man to be a Freemason. So then it's true.
I was going to say. I don't know.
I've Googled this because I
Okay.
want to be in a secret society so bad. I'm really public about it. I mean, I'll start off as an intern, whatever.
Maybe that's why you're not in one.
Well, the Freemasons have a building on Wilshire, and it's the creepiest building I've ever seen. There are all these symbols and signs and big columns. It looks like it's something out of like a Rome. It looks really scary.
So how's Taylor Swift
what are the
involved?
details about
Okay, let's talk about
involved?
Taylor Swift for a minute, because she's pretty powerful just by herself. Like, she doesn't need anyone else, but let's break this down. So there are 13 bloodlines in the Illuminati. 13 is Taylor Swift's favorite number, which isn't a typical favorite number because 13 is an unlucky number. She was
Right.
born on
So
the
many people love
13th of
13.
December, which was the Friday the 13th.
Oh
which
my
is
God.
creepy. By the way, thanks Shane Dawson for doing all the research for me, because I'm basically just doing your video right now.
But stay here. Don't go to his.
No, Shane, no. His ends in a really bad way. Ours is gonna end in a great way. No, and she, her feud with Kanye West on stage at the VMAs years ago, where he interrupted her speech. Apparently, that was part of her initiation into the Illuminati, because part of it means that you have to be publicly humiliated to be tested to
Wait.
see how you'll perform.
This isn't a fraternity. This isn't the Greek system. The
Why not?
Illuminati.
Essentially, it is.
But because they want to see how you cope with things under pressure to be a part of their
Because
secret
they don't
society.
want you to tell people.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. No one had a private conversation with Kanye West right before the VMAs being like, we need to test her resilience. You need to go
Hey,
up on
maybe
stage.
that is
I
his
really
idea.
His idea.
He really probably just liked Beyonce's video better. That is the bottom line.
Speaking of Beyonce, later in the award show, she got an award and she brought Taylor Swift back on stage. And Taylor Swift had changed clothes, and Beyonce and Taylor Swift were now wearing red, which is like the symbol of the Illuminati.
So
and she changed her dress.
Here's the thing. She was first wearing a silver dress when she got called out by Kanye. And then we all know Beyonce is supposedly a huge figure in the Illuminati. She was wearing a red dress, which is the symbol of Illuminati.
It's
and then
also just
Taylor,
the symbol of red dresses.
But then why would Taylor change into another red dress?
Because she's a pop star and
all
it was
colors.
That's what they do.
And then
that's not very good.
That's a weak
I want
one.
some hard evidence. Do we have any hard evidence?
Well, no, it's a secret society, Miriam.
that we're talking about on Clevver.
Well,
That's
it
the whole
dates-
point there. You have to pick up the very subtle clues, and then when you have them all together, it's like, oh my
Yes.
The evidence is on Shane Dawson's channel.
It also goes back to the Kennedys because the Illuminati is said to be behind a lot of things, including like 9/11, the assassin of the Kennedy,
even killing Marilyn Monroe.
killing Marilyn Monroe, tons of different things.
Also nominating President Obama because
Yeah.
Obama's supposedly in it.
And
And
Taylor
that's why
Swift,
he's friends with Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Taylor Swift dated a Kennedy.
Yes, that is true.
Because
And
we
that's
would
direct
all love
blood.
to date a Kennedy.
But it's just a lot of coincidental
The Kennedy
evidence.
family
What
has a lot of
coincidence?
really bad luck. Plane crashes. Like, I wouldn't want to date a Kennedy. They're not going to be
true.
around for
And
much
he was
longer.
like in high school and stuff. Why would a superstar want to date like
Him.
Yeah.
But if you're thinking about
He's
this,
a Kennedy and hot and rich.
He wasn't that
if you were part of the casting process, let's say, for the Illuminati, who else would you choose rather than Taylor Swift? She is one of the hottest pop stars out there right now. Why are you nodding your head
And
no?
has a very squeaky clean image that no one would suspect anything.
Yeah, and Taylor Swift 13 is her handle. It could have been Taylor Swift.
Yeah. And she would put 13 on her hand during her whole Speak Now tour.
And during her Brit Awards performance in 2013, she did this whole like Egyptian-inspired performance where she looked like a princess and it looked like very like satanic. And there were 13 steps that led down to the stage.
That's crazy. That's like saying I comb my hair and the women of the Illuminati comb their hair, so we must all be part of the Illuminati.
Yeah, that's a little more general.
Well, what do you guys
But wearing a red dress isn't?
This is like a
Come
standard
on.
thing that they do. The one I think is so common. Taylor does it. She has like one eye in her Style music video, also in Bad Blood. They're like one of her eyes is covered.
Has anyone actually asked her or any of these
you
celebs
can't admit that you're in the Illuminati,
I'm just wondering,
Miriam.
have they been asked? And did they look left when they answered?
Beyonce gets asked all the time, so does Katy Perry, and
What
I'm
do they
pretty
say?
sure that they kind of laugh it off as like, haha. Also, we were talking earlier that I think people like Beyonce and Katy Perry and Jay-Z and Kanye for that matter, if they aren't in the Illuminati, I think that they play it up
Right,
because
exactly.
they think it's funny that
Yeah.
everyone else thinks they're in
But
the
what does being involved in the Illuminati mean? Are there secret meetings? Do you
Yes.
get perks? Like,
Yes.
what,
I've also
There are
been-
what do you
parties.
get out of it?
You get to have sex with each other.
I was gonna say it's orgies.
It's like
That's
networking.
anyway.
And that they
It's
pick
networking.
you to be in the Illuminati before you've hit it big.
So it's just-
they're helping make you famous. So I like
And that's their
Because
promise
someone-
to you, that they'll make you famous, the biggest
exchange
star
for
in the
what?
in exchange for
Their
your soul.
loyalty,
Your
yeah.
soul, you have
To
to sell
be-
your
Give away your soul.
Yes, you can.
it's a satanic cult. Yes, you can.
It's not a satanic cult. It's a cult that's anti-religious.
5 minutes
Satanism
ago, you
is a
didn't even
religion.
believe this existed, and now
Don't
you're talking
play
about what they stand for.
Well, allegedly,
You are playing
if
devil's
it
advocate.
does exist,
Because it is the
well,
devil.
you said yourself on the
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
paper, it is anti-religious. Therefore, it can't be a satanic cult. That would be the opposite of
Well, now we're
anti-religious.
just splitting hairs.
I'm not.
It's a satanic cult. Well, it's anti-religions.
Right. And Satanism, is that what it's called?
don't know.
Is a religion. So if it's anti-religion, then it would be an atheistic cult.
So
Okay.
what,
Shut up.
what
Semantics.
the Illuminati sounds like to me is just the highest level of networking. Like you're in the crowd of the most popular
Hence, we
people
should
in the
all be
world.
in the Illuminati.
We work at
Can
Clevver.
someone-
Nobody wants us to be in the Illuminati.
Listen, if that day ever comes, you guys will be the first to know. I'll tell you everything.
You'll get
Me
kicked
too.
out of
Yeah, I
the
was gonna say,
Illuminati.
and then
if you tell
I'll
us.
die.
First of all, there has to be a proposal, right? Like you don't just find out about the Illuminati after you join. They have
I don't
to
know.
ask
I
you
don't think
about
there's
it.
any written trails though that would follow.
I'm curious because Erin's a person that strongly believes the Illuminati is very real, so I want to know
Yes.
why.
why?
Yeah,
because
why do you
I
so
believe there's
strongly
good and
believe?
evil in the world, and if there's as many good people, there's as many bad people, and there has to be some sort of powerhouse that is really driving Hollywood. There are too many coincidences that happen, all the drama, all the relationship stuff. I believe there is a system that's happening that's setting all of this up. I've always been a conspiracy
think it's
theorist.
just like PR.
Tom and Taylor, I know, but the PR comes from the Illuminati level. Like, they are making the decisions.
Well, I agree that there are groups that control Hollywood. I think it's white people, Jewish people, and gay people. So if you're a white Jew gay man, you are it.
Wow.
You're pulling all the strings.
Yeah.
It's true. I think we should change the subject from something that doesn't really exist to something that does exist and has been happening all week
Well,
long.
before we do that, we are going to wrap this up. But you guys, what she's talking about is coming in a later video, and it's going to be real nice.
Okay, but you guys, let us know what you think, not only about the Illuminati, but also Taylor Swift potentially being a part of it. Let us know if you think it's the truth in the comment section below, or hit us up on all our social medias. And then, hey, you could click this box over to the left to see all the celebrities that were attacked in the past few weeks. It's actually crazy.
Or to the right to find out whether or not you should actually tell your partner if they're getting fat.
Okay,
no.
Erin, that's aggressive.
I was like,